If I were to tell you that hours ago this arena had over 46,000 fans in it, and they played for over 4 hours, and you saw a 21-point lead lost and 24 unanswered points put forth in a rivalry that has 110 meetings, and it was only the first time that both teams would meet as top 10 ranked teams against one another, you'd probably call me crazy. But you know what? Today was an incredibly crazy day in terms of what happened here at McLean Stadium, a place where the Baylor Bears tend to score, and they tend to score quickly. Truly a heavyweight fight this whole afternoon in a game won at the gun. Chris Callahan, a field goal from about 29 yards out, final score of 61-58. Here's what you got to know. Total offense, yardage-wise for the Baylor Bears, 731 yards. However, at the 11-minute mark of the fourth period, they trailed 58-37 after a Marcus Mallett 49-yard interception off the arm of Bryce Petty that gave TCU a 21-point lead. Normally you have a 21-point lead and you have 58 points, that's a sure thing. Did TCU start celebrating early? Not sure. But Baylor proceeded to get 3 touchdown drives, all of them in no-huddle fashion, all of them in under 2 minutes, where the main guy was going to be either Katie Cannon or Bryce Petty handing it off to Shant Linwood. And this crowd, no one left for the most part. They saw insanity ensue at the end. Last week I was on the field when TCU pulled off an improbable win over the Oklahoma Sooners. Tonight, the same thing happened. Chris Callahan makes the field goal. This place went bananas. Nothing I've ever seen before in my life as far as 119 points in a game, much less a 4-hour game. On a day you had the Red River rivalry, Oklahoma barely wins. You got Ole Miss playing Texas A&M. You got Mississippi State playing Auburn. They were winning big. This was the game of the day. George Walker, the man behind the camera, and I talked about this on the way down here from North Texas. This has become a rivalry to love and appreciate. But if you're Gary Patterson and TCU, you're asking questions. And there were also some questions about clock management and also clock operation toward the end of the game. Gary Patterson won't elaborate on that, but what I will tell you is that if you've not been out here to McLean Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, treat yourself for the opportunity, because it's going to be fast-paced, it's going to be high-scoring, it's going to be up-tempo. It's what Art Briles talks about, and we saw it happen firsthand this particular night. And the sad thing about it is, if you're a TCU Horned Frog fan, a wonderful effort tonight by B.J. Catalon. 2 touchdowns via the run, 1 via a 94-yard kickoff return after Baylor came back to tie before the end of the first half. Muffed punt, 4-point differential at the half, and then what happened in the second half. 11 minutes away from a 21-point win, Baylor came back. Bryce Petty, 6 touchdown passes. He spread it around. That's going to be the #1 name being mentioned now for Heisman Trophy. #1 for Heisman Trophy track, per se. 46,000 people on hand tonight. My thanks to George Walker and the good people at DFW Sports Online for the privilege of being able to cover this game up close and personal. To the people of Waco, Texas, Mr. Nicholas Juice for the hospitality, and for the greatest game I've ever seen in my life. NFL, most points scored in a game, 113. Giants-Redskins 60 years ago. Tonight, 119 points, 4+ hours, but darn well worth it. Instant classic, believe that. On behalf of DFW Sports Online, I'm Willie Martin, a.k.a. Mr. Will. Thanks for checking in.